Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Anthony. Welcome to the channel where we cover Instagram and how to grow it. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Our channel has been growing pretty big the past few days, like 15 to 30 subscribers a day. So that is like absolutely awesome. So hello to all you new people and welcome back, all of you guys who have been with me since day one. So guys, today's video is going to be on what's the first thing you should invest in or buy on Instagram. There's a few things you could do. You could buy shout outs, you could buy DM groups, collaborations. Should you buy a big account? Should you buy ads? Should you invest in yourself? Like, what's the first thing that you should be buying on Instagram? Because there is going to come a point where to really get to that next level, you're going to have to invest into something. So is it DM groups? Is it shout outs? Is it investing into your own self, investing your time into learning shit? Should you go and buy a 100K account? Should you run ads to like, what is it? What's the first thing you should do? Now, what I want to cover is exactly what you shouldn't do first. So what you shouldn't do is you should not just go and start paying people for shout outs. For one, some people disagree with this, but I only speak on what I know, what has worked for me. I will never tell you guys something that I heard that might work. I will only tell you guys something that I have gotten measurable results with. And by measurable, I mean insane results with. If I only got like 20 followers from it, then I don't give a shit about it because there's better ways than that. So with that said, guys, should you invest into shoutouts? Is shoutouts something the first thing you should invest in? My answer is no. Shoutouts don't really work anymore. If you're trying to grow like, an influencer page, you're not going to gain anything from a shoutout. Shoutouts work sometimes. This is what shoutouts work for. When it's personal pages, like influencer pages, like if Gary Vee shouted somebody out, they're going to gain a lot of traffic. If Grant Cardone or Tony Robbins or Eric Worre, if they shouted somebody out, their channel is going to gain a lot of traffic. You will not gain that much traffic just by shouting out other influencer pages. You're probably not going to gain anything. I've paid for shout outs from people with 600,000 followers and gained maybe 20, not even, probably 4 followers. 20 is quite a stretch. I've gained like 4 followers from a shout out with a page that had over 500,000. So shout outs are like the first thing. They don't really work. And there's no reason to invest in them unless if you're building a personal account and getting a shout out from a personal account. But at that point, you kind of want to wait on that. That's not the first thing you should invest in. Another thing that you guys keep messaging me and asking me about is, Anthony, should I buy these DM groups? I got this guy and he told me he'll get me into 30 DM groups for $300. This guy's telling me he's going to get me into 5 DM groups for $10. This guy 50 DMs for $15, for $50, stuff like that. Should you guys buy into DM groups? Should you guys buy a big account, a big 100K account? And here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. It doesn't matter how many DM groups you're in if you don't know how to grow an account, okay? Let me say that again. It doesn't matter how many DM groups you're in if you don't know how to grow an account, okay? So unless if you've grown an account to 10, 15, 20K before, and I mean quick, not like 10K in a year, not 10K in 6 months, unless if you've grown an account through going viral to 10K within a 1 to 2 months, then you don't know the proper ways of growing an account, and anything you invest in is going to be wasted money. It's going to be wasted dollars, okay? So a lot of people think they're just going to get into 1,000 fucking DM groups, right? Everybody's going to get into 1,000 DM groups, and their account is magically going to blow up. Let me tell you something. You could be in the most highly active, biggest accounts in the fucking Instagram game, all in DM groups with you, liking and commenting on your picture within the first 20 minutes, all that, and you will not grow if you don't know the other ins and outs of Instagram. If you don't know how to properly set up your profile, if you don't know how to have a logo and name matching and syncing together, if you don't know how to create urgency inside of your captions, if you don't know how to use call to actions, if you don't know how to drive engagement, if you don't know how to get into 1 million like networks, if you don't know how to do that, then anything you buy is going to be wasted. Another thing with people saying, oh, should I buy a big 100K account? Listen, when you buy a big 100K account, it's not magic. It's not like you buy the account and the account just keeps gaining 10,000 followers every week. It's not like that. You have to know how to maintain that account. You have to know how to grow that account, okay? If you've never even grown an account to 10K before, then how are you going to maintain a 100K account? Here's what will happen if you go and you try to buy any type of account and you've never grown an account before. What will happen is it'll probably plateau. The second you buy it, the engagement is going to just start to flatline. And then what's going to happen is engagement is going to start to drop because you don't know how to properly do anything on it. You don't know how to properly market on it. And then what's going to happen is you're going to start losing followers like daily, hundreds of followers a day, as you're going to start losing them. So if you invest into a big account or you invest into DM groups or shout outs or collaborations or ads or anything like that, and you don't already know the background knowledge of growing an account, you are wasting your money. It will be wasted dollars. You could pay $300 for 300 highly active DM groups. And if all you have is DM groups and you don't know any of the other shit and you don't know how to have your profile set up correctly or any of that stuff, it was all for nothing and you wasted $300. And now you're sitting on all these DM groups and you're getting all these comments and your profile isn't growing because it's more than just DM groups. You have to have your whole profile set up right, and there's other growth strategies to it. Okay, so the first thing, right? Back to the topic of this video? What is the first thing to invest on Instagram? The first thing to invest is your time. Okay, you have to invest your time into learning Instagram. And I don't mean by like going on Google and doing searches and stuff. Like, you have to invest your time into creating pages, split testing these pages, finding out what works, finding out what doesn't work. That's exactly what I did. How I learned Instagram, I bought every single course there was on Instagram. I paid mentors to teach me Instagram. And then what I did was I started split testing all this shit. Mentor A tells me to do this, mentor B tells me to do that. I do this, I do that. I get results with both, and I combine them together and I get great results on my own, combining both pieces of advice. Okay, so the first thing you got to do is you got to invest your time. Okay, you got to invest your time to either learning it on your own, or you're gonna have to invest your money into yourself. So either way, you're making a self investment. You either make an investment to have somebody teach you the ins and outs and you can learn it super quick, or invest your time into, trial and error, split testing, trying to figure out what works. But at the end of the day, guys, the first thing you have to invest in on Instagram is yourself. If you buy a 100K account and you don't know how to grow an account to at least 10K, then what makes you think you're gonna be able to manage this account? The account is gonna start going downhill very quickly. If you can't even get into your own DM groups, or you've never used a DM group and grown an account properly with it, then it doesn't matter how many DM groups you're in, because you just simply don't know. And it's not your fault. You don't know what you don't know. All this viral method stuff is pretty new, so it's gonna take some time to learn it because nobody else is teaching it. You guys also got to understand that you're not gonna find articles about DM groups and all how to grow viral on Instagram on stuff like Google. It's not going to be on a blog. You guys got to understand that when you know how to grow an account, think about it like that. How many people do you know that can grow an account to 10K in 1 month? Nobody, right? Maybe one person can grow an account to 10K in 1 month consistently, knows how to do it time and time again. Okay, like one person, right? So when you know that information that nobody else knows, you can build a business around that. That's how Instagram consulting is so profitable. That's why I teach it in my course, because it's so profitable, because the information that you know, for whatever my course costs, $497, the information that you take out of it, you can build a whole business around it. And that's why you guys can't find this information on Google and blogs and stuff, because anybody who finds out and applies it and does it, they're not going to give it away for free. You don't see like billionaires giving away their top secret tactics or, all their investment strategy. It's something like that. You can literally build a business around this wealth of information. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much the topic of the video. Don't want to keep ranting on for too long. The first thing you should invest in on Instagram is yourself. If you can't invest in yourself, then don't invest into anything else. Don't invest into DM groups. If you do, you'll be sadly disappointed, because if you can't maintain an account and you can't grow an account from scratch, there's no way you're going to be able to just, it's not a magic button. DM groups are not a magic button. You need to have your whole account looking good. You need to apply DM groups with other growth strategies, and then you'll have amazing results. So with that, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. First thing you guys got to do is invest in yourself and invest your time into learning Instagram. All right, guys. So keep crushing on Instagram and have a good one.